Hi, subscribers. This is Miss Murray here. Welcome to Miss Murray's Corner. Today I have a special guest. Mrs. King, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, how are you guys? My name is Mrs. King. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I have two children, one 6-year-old and one about to be 3-year-old on Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh,
And we have been partnering with Miss Murray trying to get some private one-on-one time with them for learning.
that's awesome. So, Mrs. King, I know other parents are dying to know. I've been scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, and just seeing the struggles that parents are going through. So, how has it been being a full-time mom, full-time wife, full-time worker, and dealing with virtual
Jesus, how much time do you have, girl?
learning?
No, it's very challenging. It's very challenging, but I think that you have to accept your normal. And I think once you accept your new normal, right, that my 2-year-old, he's gonna come in the room, right? He's gonna come in the room while I'm having a video conference call with my employees, and they're gonna say, "Hi, Chandler," and he's gonna say, "Hi," and then he may get back to doing his learning feed. I know my daughter who's 6, well, she just turned 6, but she reads to him, so that helps out. She's helping with a lot and just having patience, I think. But it's very challenging to be, because they need attention, right? And I'm also working a full time job, and so I'm very happy that my job is very flexible. I'm used to working virtually, but it's different when your children are now home. So it's different, and you just adjust to it. Every day is not perfect. Um, yeah, and really just trying to come up with a plan. I think, of course, we deviate from the plan quite often, but I think as long as they have dedicated time, that they're getting assistance from myself and my husband working on, whether it's learning the days of the week of the videos you sent, or the months of the year, or us just working with my son on learning his address at the age of 2, which I'm so happy he just learned. So mission accomplished, right? No stress, just we just do what we can in our new normal.
Right, that's awesome. I mean, you just named some amazing accolades. Claps to you, Mom. Kudos for all the things that you're doing. So I know you mentioned you have
And lots of prayer. Lots of prayer.
a 6-year-old. How is she doing adjusting, like being out of her normal, not seeing her friends, not seeing her teachers that she loves dearly?
So I think for Aspen, she's a very social person. She's not shy. But I ask her, all she's very smart. She knows what coronavirus is. She knows how to get it. If her brother starts sneezing, she's like, Chandler, do you have the coronavirus? So she's very smart with that. In terms of how is she adjusting, she's doing great. I think that it's easier for her than it is for my 2-year-old. Um, she's had a few meltdowns, but it's typically, because she may want a chocolate chip cookie at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. She has been able to communicate with her friends, and I try to keep an open line of communication with my mom village, is what I would call them. Shout out to my mom village. But the girls talk to each other. They do actually their own conference calls, as Aspen would call it, and so they will have a Zoom call. It may not be every week, but it may be every 2 weeks, and they see each other. They talk about the books they're reading. They've had birthday parties, well, virtual birthday parties, because her birthday party was canceled. So I think for my 5-year-old, 6-year-old now, she just turned 6 2 weeks ago. She actually likes it. She likes being able to have science experiments with mommy on Saturdays and Sundays. She likes painting now with her little brother and showing him how to paint in the circles and the shapes. And she loves counting her money in her piggy bank. So for her, it's been okay. It's just, her biggest thing was going to the park. She was not thrilled that she couldn't go to the park. And so because, I've been in a position to continue to work and never stop, I just ordered them a swing set and together, and it's been okay.
That sounds awesome. Wow. So I've also been hearing the debate of schedule versus non-schedule. I think in the beginning, when March came around, like parents were like full swing, like implementing schedules for their kids and kind of have deviated from it as, the months of quarantine have gone by. So what are some things that you all have tried?
So it's very hard with the schedule. It's like what schedule, right? Well, what I can tell you is they don't have a set schedule. What we've decided to do is my daughter and my son, we've come up with a weekly schedule. And so each day is dedicated to a different subject. So Monday is math. And so we focus on math that day, whether it's counting, getting my 2-year-old to count to 50 because he's been counting to 30, and recognizing the numbers and the letters and whatever he sees, right? If he sees a number, like for example, my hands are getting dry from washing so much. So I have a Nivea lotion. So for him to recognize, 25%, that's important. And for her, then she would explain to me, what's 25% out of 100, or what coin in your piggy bank is 25 cents. So we're learning a different way. Tuesday we did Tech Tuesday. So and Aspen came up with Tech Tuesday, and Tech Tuesday really was to go on Brain Pop, which I recently learned and love because she's learning about nutrition on Brain Pop, and she was learning about cancer the other day on Brain Pop,
Impressive.
which is impressive for a 5-year old. And but then she can also, go on ABC Mouse and help her brother, and they can do different things. And so Wednesday, we just have a different theme now for every day, because I think having a set schedule, like this hour do this hour do that, this hour do that, is difficult, because we're also potty training my
Mhm.
and so, and mommy's trying to work out, and mommy has conference calls, and mommy is also interviewing, for the workforce. So, hope I answered your question.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. So, for all the moms, dads, parents, grandparents out there, do you have any virtual learning best practices? I know you all spoke about some science experiments that you all were talking about. So, maybe, just highlighting some of those best practices that you would definitely
Mm.
recommend to others.
I think I would say have patience. This time has definitely helped my patience just a little more, and I would say that everybody is doing a good job. Everybody's doing the best that they can be. I think that I don't, it's just different, right? So, but what I can say is that it allows you more time to learn with your kids. They can learn about fractions with baking cupcakes, baking a cake, or learning about nutrition. And we made pizza, right? And okay, is this good for you? Is this bad for you? How often should we eat pizza? And they made pizza, using the different ingredients and measuring the ingredients. Um, but I would say just give yourself some credit, right? Like at the end of the day, it's hard. It's hard as heck. Like I'm not gonna say it's not easy, but breastfeeding was hard. That was exhausting, right? This is exhausting, but it's necessary. But just don't put any pressure on yourself. And as long as you know that your child is thriving, and they are happy, right? If they need a minute to cry, just let them cry. Let them get it out, because we have the meltdowns. Um, they cry. I let them cry. I go upstairs, and 20 minutes later, hey, mommy. Hey, girl. So that would be really my recommendation. Just and go outside, take a walk with the kids, let them play outside, let them get dirty. The house is gonna get a mess. Just it's best to clean it when they go to sleep, and just kind of have time for yourself to just breathe and relax. Whether it's watching Netflix, I definitely love my Netflix. Ozark is back, Last Kingdom. What else is back? Just whatever is your zen, right? Meditating. I haven't gotten into meditating, but I think I'm gonna start. And for me, it's just, um, just having a moment, and at the end of the day, right? They're alive. We're alive. We're healthy. We don't need anything, and so I'm not. So stop complaining, because it could be worse, like so much worse.
Absolutely. So what I'm hearing is just, having grace for yourself, having grace for your children, your community, maybe people you've been come in contact with in the store, and just everyone having grace with one another during this time.
Did you say grace?
Yes.
Grace or breaks? Oh yeah, definitely. And just being kind, right? Pay it forward. So, but just be patient. We're all in this together. There's definitely some resources online. You've been an amazing resource for my children. Aspen looks forward to her sessions with Miss Murray on Fridays, because it's something different than what she's not getting from her teacher. Nothing against her teacher, right? But her teacher has other students, and her teacher's trying to manage it as well. And so this is just a different experience for her, which she really looks forward to. And so I'm just very grateful. I'm very grateful, like for health. They're healthy and they're learning in a different way, and we're trying to make it fun as best as we could.
Absolutely. So I know that for Georgia, school is about to end, pretty much soon coming up. So do you have any worries, concerns about your children entering back into school once they are able to?
You know, Georgia reopened, I want to say last Friday. But my household is not reopened to going out like that. The kids are still home. They have not been out. They have masks. If we have to go out eventually, yes, I'm sure they'll wear their masks. But I can't say. I think that I would probably rely on the CDC and not the governor. And I would rely on, my mother who's in the healthcare field, who's working with us every day in a different state. And I would discuss with my husband, right? And we would make the best decision for my kids. If that means that they're going to be home, we're going to homeschool continually, then we'll probably have to look at like a different platform for them to use, so they can have some dedicated learning time, right? And then at that point, then I may hire you on full time to be their, daily tutor, certain hours a day, or I think we'll make it work. I can't say that they'll be going back to their elementary school and my son's preschool. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I know with the stores being open now, I know Lenox Mall set to open on Monday. Yeah, we'll be home. We're home. I'll order online. If I have to run out, I'll run out, or my husband will run out, but I don't know about that yet. No, I don't know. I hope I answered your question.
No, you did an amazing job. Mrs. King, you definitely dropped some gems. You shared some best practices, schedule versus no schedule, just, what it looks like in your household right now. And I'm so appreciative that you were able to be my first guest. And I appreciate all that you're doing.
Thank you. Well, thanks for listening to me. It's time is hard, I mean, the kids right now, they're my Aspen is playing on her iPad. It's Fun Friday, and Chandler's watching Blippi. So, well, have a good day.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, subscribers. Tune in next.
Bye.
See you later.